GettyBritain should be given a Canada-style trade deal according to an Italian officialCarlo Calendana. The Italian economic development minister argued that Brexit Secretary David Davis should be granted his wish to get a Canada plus deal. Mr. Calendana told Bloomberg Television, "I think Canada plus will be the minimum that we need to achieve. The European Union's free trade accord with Canada is the bloc's most ambitious commercial deal to date." Mr. Calenda, an independent candidate in the centre-left government of Premier Paolo Gentiloni, has urged the European Commission to persuade the EU's 27 remaining nations to continue to cooperate with Britain after its exit for the bloc in 2019. Last month, Mr. Davis said that he wanted a Canada plus deal which would take the best of Canada, the best of Japan and the best of South Korea, and then add to that the bits that are missing, which is services. The cabinet heavyweight insisted the agreement with Brussels to trigger talks on a post-Brexit relationship made the prospect of the UK being forced back into World Trade Organization (WTO) tariff arrangements after withdrawal much less likely. The Brexit secretary said, "The odds, as it were, against the WTO or no deal outcome, have dropped dramatically." Mr. Davis said a trade deal was not that complicated, and suggested a version of the agreement the EU made with Canada, which he dubbed Canada plus because it would include areas such as financial services. Getty Italian Economic Development Minister Carlo Calendana wants the UK to get its wish. A government source said, "There is no question of our commitment to the text of the joint report. Ministers, the Irish government, and the European Commission all agree that it is the withdrawal agreement itself which has status in law." But Michel Barnier, the EU's chief negotiator, fired back and ruled out the type of option. He said, "There is not a single trade agreement that is open to financial services. It doesn't exist." Michel Barnier, the EU's chief negotiator, says Britain will have little say after Brexit. Officials expect relatively straightforward talks on the transition period, given Britain's desire for a quick deal and EU insistence that it be as simple as possible. Essentially, Britain will retain all its obligations as an EU member, as well as many of its rights except, crucially, any say over EU decisions. Starting trade talks will require, first, more information from Prime Minister Theresa May on what future deal she wants, but any deal will also require hard bargaining among the 27, who have very different relationships and interests with Britain.